Welcome back, Heroclix fans. Today I have another Heroclix unboxing featuring DC Comics War of Light Sinestro Core War Scenario Pack. Bunch of words. So what do we have here? We have a Sinestro, we have a Green Lantern, we have a Green Lantern ring, we have Green Lantern custom dice, and looks like we have a Green Lantern construct. Looks like a shield of some sort. So we are getting ready for the summer event, War of Light, where there's going to be a bunch of different lantern cores on display in a full set. So we're really excited for that. I'm not a huge Green Lantern core fan, but you know, some of it is pretty cool, and usually they're pretty entertaining with these kind of big war events. And but I know a bunch of people love this stuff, and I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite. Batman would be that, or something like Guardians of the Galaxy. So let's get right into it. Let's spin it around here, and let's take a look at some of the content. We have 2 figures. We have 13 3D objects, I believe that's what it says, or no, 1 3D object. 2 custom dice, which we see here. We have 1 ring. We have scenario rules, 48 tokens, and 2 full color maps, which you can see here. And pretty much that's it. Let's open this up and let's check it out. Alright, so we have everything opened up, and let's take a look at each one of the figures, the objects, the ring, and the tokens. Alright, so we have Hal Jordan as Green Lantern, and we have Sinestro as the yellow Sinestro Corpse. And these 2 figures are really good. Hal is 160, and Sinestro can be played at 2 different points, 250 and 160. We have the dice out here. We have the scenario. I'm not going to take a look at it in this video. Let's take a look at the construct here that you can put on Hal. It gives the character energy shield deflection, and it costs 8 points. So that is pretty cool. And let's take a look at Hal, because that's how we are going to figure out how to use it. Hal Jordan is the Green Lantern Corpse, New Guardians. When building your force, you may attach a construct to this character by paying its cost, which should be 8 points, but there's probably other constructs that we will see. Give this character a power action, replace this construct with any other construct up to 2 points higher than the original cost. So what you pay for, this one would be 8 points, and you can put on a 10-point one for free. If this character has no action tokens and the new construct is a lower point value, you can do that as a free action. He also can use telekinesis as a free action if he has no action tokens. That's standard here. And let's look on the back here. Limitless will reserve. Hal Jordan can use willpower, and opposing characters cannot use perplex to modify his combat values. When second action token is placed on Hal, roll a d6. On the result of 3 through 6, Hal heals a click. So that is really good. We'll take a look at his dial shortly, but let's get back to our stuff here. Okay, now we have a Green Lantern ring. Let's take a look at the Green Lantern ring. Alright, the Green Lantern ring is a relic. If this character already has the Green Lantern Core's keyword, modify all its combat stats by +1. Otherwise, this character can have the Green Lantern keyword, also can use willpower, and opposing characters that choose to target it with outwit or perplex, roll a d6. Result of 4 through 6, ignore that effect. So if you have the keyword already, you just get +1 stats besides damage. Good. If you do not have the keyword already, you get the keyword, you get willpower, and when opponents try to use outwit or perplex on you, you can roll 4 through 6, and if you get that, they can't use it on you. So this Green Lantern ring is pretty useful, and I hear it is part of the resources for the battery, for the Green Lantern battery. So each one of the rings will be beneficial to each one of their batteries. I haven't really followed it too much on that, but that's what I hear. So basically you need that Green Lantern ring to run the Green Lantern battery. So those are the two objects, and then we have our dice. Let's take a look at Sinestro's card. Sinestro, New Guardians, Ruler, Sinestro Core, Fear. Sinestro can use Perplex, but only to decrease combat values. When he does, he modifies all combat values on the target by -1 or by -2 if that character has 2 action tokens. All right. Also, he has a special movement power later on in the dial. He can use Sidestep. Also, you can give Sinestro a power action, place him adjacent to an opposing character with 2 action tokens. That can be really, really brutal because you give him a power action and you fly next to someone with 2 tokens. Next turn, they have to clear, and then Sinestro can attack. You probably wouldn't want to do this if Sinestro already had a token because you place him. When you place him, you're not going to be able to carry someone with you. So you're probably going to want to do that when you have 1 token, or you're going to probably want to do that when you have no tokens. So then the next turn you can attack. All right, let's take a look. All right, standard. Also, he has a special damage when Sinestro attacks a character that has combat values reduced below printed value. He deals penetrating damage. You realize he has a trait of Perplex. Along with that is going to be really brutal. So when Sinestro perplexes someone down, guess what? Now the damage is going to be penetrating. That is pretty brutal. So this Sinestro is pretty good. I would say the 2 figures are worth the purchase. The ring, the shield. It's kind of expensive. Yeah, I would say it is a little bit expensive, but you get a map, you get your tokens, you get your ring, you get your shield, which are all objects you can use. And if you're a Green Lantern fan, you're going to need these characters because they're really playable. Alright, so let's take a look at the dials and the token. Alright, let's take a look at each one of these stacks here and get a good idea of what they do. And I think you're going to really be impressed with what these do. Okay, so how this one works is when Dexamite occupies and is only adjacent to clear outdoor terrain and is stacked, they have flight, range of 4, and increased their combat values by half the stack. So if there's 2 by 1, 3 by 2, 2, and 3. This can be pretty powerful. Charge, super strength, toughness, and that power. For the points, you have something that can do some damage. Manhunter Alpha, we have plasticity, special attack, toughness, 17, indom, 5 range combat expert. So this guy can actually dish out some damage. Doesn't have a ton range, but still not bad. And this one is you give him a power action and place any number of friendly Manhunter Alpha with no action tokens in the square form in a stack. So if they're next to him, you can power action and form a stack. So that's pretty good. Let's take a look at these ones. These ones are actually, you guys are going to freak out. Really cheap points here. Like really cheap points here. We have 6 points here. Let's take a look at what he does. Power action, heal adjacent for a vehicle 1 click. Take a look here. Combat reflexes, 7 points. Cowgirl can use Perplex, but only to modify speed and attack on vehicles for 7 points. Rocket Man can use Perplex, but only modify defense and damage on vehicles. So those 3 tokens there really help out vehicles. I don't know. There's a lot of options there. Let's take a look here. We got some more, and these ones are pretty good as well. The Black Lantern Risen, when they KO a character, place a friendly Black Lantern Risen in that character's square, and now they can use Empower this turn. So it can be pretty nice there, kind of turn into little zombies. Orange Lantern absorbed. We have poison, sidestep, combat reflexes, and the special damage. This one I like quite a bit as well because it has improved movement, ignores characters, and they have plasticity. When they're stacked, adjacent opposing characters may only attack the Orange Lantern absorbed. So basically, if this is stacked next to an opposing character, they have to attack them before they can attack someone else. So you have this Orange Lantern absorbed next to someone and they're stacked, and they have to attack that before they attack your character. So I think that's pretty cool. Definitely can thwart your opponent's ideas here. Basically, we get running shot with 2 targets. And let's finish this out here. And back here, I don't know if you can see it, but that is mind control and in cap. And let's see here. When you are stacked, you get 2 targets. So you could potentially do mind control of 2. Also, the yellow lantern looks basic, and you can use pulse wave. But if you're not stacked, it ignores characters with no action tokens. So those are the tokens. I like them, actually. I think there's some useful ones. My favorites, I would say, are the 3 vehicle ones. They're really cheap, and if you play a vehicle, you're definitely going to want to bring these along. I don't necessarily play a lot of vehicles, but if you do, that's really useful. 25 points, you get a ranged combat expert character. This one right here I think is really nasty. Tie up people, and that could be painful. Let's see. I like the mind control too with the 2 tokens. So probably this one, and that. But they all have their uses. The Black Lantern ones, they have exploit weakness, and if they kill someone, they bring another Black Lantern Risen out. So that's kind of cool. All right, we're going to just go right through the dial. And to let you guys know that if Hal Jordan puts the shield on, he would get energy shield deflection. So we got running shot, precision strike, invulnerability, 18, ranged combat expert. So pretty good stats for 160 points. Let's go. Alright, just dropped off a little bit in stats. Okay, so we have the special damage power, and I believe the damage power gives him the willpower and that ability to start healing up. There we go. Alright, that's Hal Jordan. Let's take a look at Sinestro. Sinestro, we got run shot, pulse wave of 12 attack, invincible, and outwit. Hal Jordan starts off with precision strike, so I think that really helped. I mean, it's kind of like yin and yang with Sinestro because it's going to go through, but invincible with precision strike, you know, it's not that big of a deal because it's going to go through anyways. Alright, so we drop down our attack. Now we boost up to a 19, and let's cover just real quick what those special are again. We have our sidestep and our power action to move next to someone with our movement. Then our damage is the characters, if they're modified, it's penetrating damage. So because he also has the traded perplex. But this is a nasty click right there. And this is our 160 point starting dial. So on that, you can automatically start out with the power action ending up next to an opponent. That is ridiculous. So, you know, something to think about. Okay, here we go. Now we have blades. So that's kind of interesting combination. You can do the power action next to him, and then blades next turn with the, yeah, that's pretty brutal. Next, if you pushed off of that, you'd get some flurry action here. Alright, so there we have that move, outwit, some flurry. All right, numbers start to drop off a little bit more here. and we are KO'd. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this unboxing. I enjoyed it. These are some nice figures, and I like the objects you get as well. Alright guys, take it easy, and if you are in need of this, I do have some on my website, classiccabinet.hobbies.com. Thank you guys. Take it easy. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. Alright guys, see ya.